everybody. Welcome to the final Filmmaker Q&A for this evening. It's the 9th annual San Pedro International Film Festival. My name is Ziggy Merkich. I'm the festival director. And with me tonight, I have the filmmakers from Beyond Methuselah, Craig Jessen and Jamie Renee Smith. Welcome.
April Grace Lowe.
Yeah, Jamie's not here. She couldn't be here tonight.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No problem at all. I'm April Grace Lowe. I produced and wrote alongside Craig.
Fantastic.
We were just with Jamie at another Q&A, but she was not able to attend this one because she's the hardest working woman in Hollywood. She had another gig at this time.
So I'm happy to be here instead. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Welcome. And so you guys tell me about your film. How did this all come about?
Yeah, well, first we just want to say thank you so much for having us at the San Pedro International Film Festival. We're real excited to be a part of it. You guys have put together a great set of films. We've really been enjoying watching them and the other Q&As. And our production has a little bit of a connection with San Pedro because I guess you guys call it San Pedro there.
Pedro, yeah.
Which is an offense to my Spanish-speaking ears, but that's okay. My immigrant family will. I had to say Pedro at least once. Anyway,
we're all immigrants. We're all immigrants.
Fair enough. Matt Guerra and Cody Roberts both did quite a bit of theater down in San Pedro years ago at Little Fish and at Shake by the Sea.
Yeah.
So we've got a San Pedro connection. We wish we could have been there in person, but we're happy to be here virtually.
We love Little Fish and Shakespeare by the Sea. How cool is that? Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for submitting your film, and of course, congratulations for being selected. So, how did you come up with the idea?
It's a good question. I mean, it's a big movie, so there's obviously a lot of inspiration that went into it. I think for me personally, and we wrote the script together, so I'll let April speak to her inspiration in a moment, but I'd say for me, we have a background in theater, and the type of stories that I'm interested in there have to do with family dynamics and dysfunctional family dynamics. So that's always something of interest to me. But I also have this passion for science fiction. There's a lot of ideas in this film that were inspired by some of Robert Heinlein's Lazarus Long stories, plus Joe Haldeman's Buying Time. So the sort of a lot of emotional stuff and intellectual stuff that came together for me. How about you?
Well, I got to read Craig's first draft, and I was really drawn to the idea of this kind of hot button issue where a family's divided by it, but because of the science fiction element, it's not the hot button issue of today per se, but it could be the placeholder for so many things. And I felt super inspired by that and said, I want to jump in and can you bring me along on this? And he allowed it, so I was grateful.
Yeah, and one of the things that we're really trying to do in the film is really show authentic points of view from a broad spectrum of perspectives. And I think having an additional writer with her own unique perspectives really helped round out that.
Or balance the scales. We wanted to have a story that was provocative, but wouldn't alienate. People would be able to see it from both sides, and in that way, hopefully make them think about a point of view that they may not have. And so that's a fine line to walk. And it was a good collaboration between the two of us.
I thought the story had a lot of, relevance for today. I mean, there was a lot of, similar things that have been happening. And it was also, for me, Handmaid's Tale came to mind as well. I guess maybe the religious type overtones and stuff. So, yeah, it was really interesting. I really, really enjoyed the film. Go on.
I was going to say that we worried, we started writing this 4 years ago, and we had this worry that would this movie still be relevant? We're taking so long to craft this story, and we need to get this out there because the world might not have these issues anymore. And it's like it just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and it felt more and more relevant as time went on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So shoot.
We real quick though, because you mentioned Handmaid's Tale to fiction. I think she might have even coined it to refer to the type of story she was interested in telling. And science fiction is a really big umbrella, and the sort of stuff that we're drawn to is the Margaret Atwood type of speculative fiction, which is really what we're trying to do with this movie, where it feels like this world. We've just sort of added an element that takes it up a notch, and then see where it goes from there. We filmed in Southern California, a lot of it in Los Angeles, and we filmed quite a bit out in Riverside as well.
Mm-hmm. Where's the church?
The church was in West Covina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was one of the many locations that Matt Guerra, who is an associate producer on the film, I like to call him the Swiss Army knife of the production. He got us that location. He got a lot of the locations, yeah.
He plays
very cool
in the movie too.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Great. And so, how long? Oh, sorry, you said it took 4 years
from writing. Yeah, 4 years
from writing. Yeah,
writing it, and then we workshopped it with many of the actors that are in the film. And then after workshopping it for a while, then we filmed one day a week for almost half a year. I'd say there was like a little bit before the holidays and then a little bit after, so that spread it out. But so it was a long process, and then a long post-production in terms of editing and putting the composer's work. We had a really amazing composer, and he
Wiesław Borzalski.
Yeah, he really elevated the film, and so we didn't want to rush him, and we also wanted to make sure that the editing really fit his vision for the music.
Yeah.
Oh wow, fantastic! Sorry, I'm getting a little. We've been doing this since like 12.
You've had a good day. We watched the talkback, so I know you've been at it for a long time.
I know, and plus we've all been celebrating, and
I know it's been a really exciting day. The energy is super high.
It's awkward when you see the people who aren't happy.
Yeah, we don't want to be too. So we're always trying to.
So, what was the budget?
Oh, we shouldn't get into that.
This was micro budget.
It was whatever you're thinking. It was
much smaller than you think.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think I said that earlier today. I mean, that's just fantastic that you can, make even a small budget work and come up with something that ends up in a festival. Not just one, but many others, and people are able to watch and enjoy the film and tell the story. I mean, that's just fantastic.
We are originally from the theater, and we were just talking about how it's so wonderful to have something to show to people and to get to interact with your audience in this way. It feels really rich, and even in this format where we're not in the film festival together, just we're so appreciative to have an audience. It makes it feel, like a coming home for us theater.
Talk about in theater is that there's 3 legs on production. You have time, you have creativity, and you have money. And they don't have to be balanced. So if you have less of one, you can compensate with the other 2. So we had a shorter leg on money, but then we made up for it with time, having a longer process over 4 years.
And creativity. Yeah.
That's a really interesting way to look at it. It's so true, though. It's very true.
We also were really fortunate that wonderful group of people that wanted this production to succeed and were really invested, and they were willing to work with us for that long and come in every week, and people that we really trust and have worked on many things. I think that really helps in terms of saving money, but also people pour their heart out and do their best work. So that was a really fun process, and people that we've theater actors that we've worked with forever, and then collaborators, executive producers, and things like that. And Jamie Renee Smith, who's the co-director with Craig, she poured her heart into it as well, and we all got to collaborate together.
So you guys knew up front, everyone knew up front it was going to take 4 years, like you had a schedule, you laid out the schedule, or?
No, I mean, I would say everybody up front knew that the production was going to be a long shoot, that we would be shooting 1 day a week, and that it was going to be time.
From the actor's perspective, we tried to sort of break it into modules. So the first module that we shot was all of the Navarro stuff. So Elaine was wrapped, I think, within 2 months. Mm-hmm. And then the next module that we did was the family stuff. And then we moved on to where everything comes. And there were a lot of actors who only had 1 day that they had to be on set. We had a great group of actors who came out for the refugee sequences. And yeah. So the in terms of other people having to show up, that was a smaller time commitment.
Well, and I will say Craig is a Renaissance man in that he does the sound, the lighting, the editing, and so. But he had to commit. But Craig definitely had to commit to all of that.
Multi-talented.
Yes, multi-talented indeed. Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome.
I work for free.
I know, don't we all?
Yeah.
So, what other festivals have you been in, and what are upcoming?
Well, we're also in the YoFi Film Festival in Yonkers right now. Yonkers,
currently,
New York is also having a film festival right now. And then
we played at the Lynette City Film Festival in Alabama.
And
they gave us an award for Best Feature.
Yeah, we won Best Feature there. And the Flow Women's Film Festival, Florida, we won Best Feature there. And that was cool because a big part of this, the crew were women. I was the executive producer as a woman, and Jamie,
majority female cast.
Really awesome to be honored by women for women. And then the Indigo Moon Film Festival is a film festival that is only for movies about social change, and we felt really honored to be a part of that film festival. And they also gave us an award. So we've had a really successful award process, which has been, it's really, that makes us feel good.
Yeah. Makes it worth it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what's next? What are you guys working on next?
I am writing a comedy, a web series about an audiobook narrator who works from home and has just an interesting, love story with a neighbor.
I wrote a couple of plays, which I haven't done in a while. I've been shifting to the film world for the last 5 years or so. So that was really nice. We've been able to workshop those with our actor friends on
via Zoom. Yeah, people that normally we don't have access to, now we're able to Zoom in and they can read parts, and it's been really nice.
And then I have science fiction comedy that I'm working on, and also a dark, strange revenge movie about racism and sexual assault that I'm working with a couple collaborators on.
I should also say that we're married, just to clarify that word. That word.
I know. I can see the arm.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, husband and wife production.
Congratulations. That's awesome. That's wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been working together for a long time. We've been married for 15 years, and we've been collaborating as artists for 20 years in terms of theater and film. So yeah, it's been a long process.
And you guys work well together, obviously.
Yes, it
we
definitely.
Haven't killed each other yet.
Yeah, exactly. When you've been married that long, you need things that'll kind of get you passionate and fight with each other once in a while.
Fantastic. All right. Well, anything else you want to add?
Well, we would, if anybody in the audience wants to follow us on Instagram, we're at Beyond Methuselah. And we are posting just different things about our production process. And it's a great way to kind of just follow us along on our film festival journey and where we get distributed. So if anybody liked the film, they can also, message us that way too.
If you go to the website, also beyondmethuselah.com, there's links to the Instagram and Facebook. So you can, there's also a link there if you want to join our mailing list, and we'll mail you.
Fantastic. Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but we're broadcasting out via Twitch and StreamYard and I guess on Facebook Live. So it's going out there.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you for showing our film. And those that watched, thank you so much for watching. We're really appreciative.
And we can't wait to come to San Pedro when things
Yay!
and there's not a deadly plague.
Yes.
I know, right? Well, with any luck, maybe next year, year 10, we'll all be in the newly renovated Warner Grand Theater, which will also be celebrating its 90th birthday. It was built by Jack Warner in 1931 and opened up on my birthday, January 20th.
Wow. How cool. Well, yes, well, definitely. And, we're in California, so
you're getting a great birthday present this year.
I know, right? Next year,
Next year,
2021, yeah.
So hopefully we'll all be able to celebrate next year in November. So, well, cool. Thank you very much, everybody. Don't forget to go to our website, spiffest.org, log in. The films are free to watch. They're on Seed and Spark. And as I mentioned before, there's panel discussions. There's one tomorrow. There's more filmmaker Q&As. And then Tuesday we have a couple more, one more Q&A, and then film finance panel discussion. Sorry, it's getting late and I'm like, it's getting hard to talk. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. It just makes it worth doing this festival. And to host all of you filmmakers, please keep telling your stories. Mm-hmm. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.